how we can master Lalita Sahasranama. So that mantra will be invoked in you and it will be a protection to you. See how beautiful it is. And the Lalitama is total mantra swarupini. You don't have to purify yourself and then approach the divine, which is not possible. The divine energy has to purify you. Shri Matre Namaha. So we have been thinking about the various aspects of reciting Lalita Sahasranama. And come on, you can ask your doubts, and if I know the answer, I'll be able to answer you. Okay, now how we can master Lalita Sahasranama. Now I'm going to give you under two aspects. One is taking the meanings directly and reciting those few particular namas continuously and connecting with Devi in that particular form. For example, let me take from her hair to, we are going to explain, no? Champaka shoka punnaha saugandhika lasatkacha kuruvinda manishreni kanat kotira mandita Ashtami Chandra Vibhraja Dhalikasthala Shobita Mukha Chandra Kalankaba Mruhanabhi Visheshaka Vadanasmara Mangalya Gruhatorana Chillika Vaktra Lakshmi Parivaha Chalan Meena Bhalochana. So now, what does it mean? Champaka Shoka Punnaha Saugandhika Lasatkacha. So we are talking, her hair is adorned with beautiful fragrant flowers. Okay, and then we say she is having a crown, and with the light, she's lighting up the whole universe. Her eyebrows are like the festoons of the Manmata's palace, and on her forehead is the Mriganabhi Viseshaka. There is her Kasturi Tilagam. All these things. So, while reciting, visualizing Devi and thinking of these features of Devi and reciting it. So, for example, today you take the few verses which describe her face. Okay? And read those namas, contemplate on the face, her beauty. Okay, Padmaraga Shiladharsha Paribhavi Kapola Bhuvu. So beautiful cheeks. Nava Vidruma Bimbashri Nyakari Radanachada, her lips, her teeth, everything. So just contemplate, chant that nama, keep on chanting that nama the whole day. And whenever you are reminded of that, one verse of it. Say suddenly you're working somewhere and suddenly you're reminded of her eyes. Okay? So you chant that particular nama. Her face, her nose. Navachampaka pushpava nasa danda virajita. So like that, you keep on reciting her features and contemplate on her. This is one part of it. The other way of connecting with that is reflecting that beauty on you. Okay, so reflecting that, getting her on you and reciting, thinking, contemplating on your own body parts. See, when you do this, say for example, Navachampaka Pushpabha Nasa Danda Virajita, you contemplate on your nose and do it. Two things happen here. One is the nama is acting as a healing to that part. And number two is it is acting as a kavacham. That is protection. So I have revealed the secret to you. That's the mantra that's hidden there. So it acts as a protection for that part. Kavacham. See how beautiful it is. And the Lalitama is total mantra swarupini. Srimad Bhagava Kotaika Swarupa Mukha Pankaja Kantada Kati Padyanta Madhya Kota Swarupini Shakti Kotaika Tapanna Katyedo Bhagadarini. See, when you start Lalita Sahasranama itself, you will have her explanations from head to toe, and each one connects with her mantra swarupam. That is the secret there. So that mantra will be invoked in you and it will exert its healing powers and it will be a protection to you. See, that solves many things. Like you don't have to ask for, suppose, say, which part of your body is lacking some energy, that is called as disease. Therefore, this energy of Lalita Sahasranama will fill up that gap and it will heal that part as well as it will protect that part. So, see, I have given you the two rupas. One is contemplating on her when you see her outside you. The same, you take her inside you, invoke her energy inside you, and the same namas when recited, it becomes the healing power and it becomes the protection. Okay, did you understand now? Likewise, every part carries certain ways in which you can connect with these namas and ultimately you will feel her powers. And I want to give you one more tip here. So now I have answered, like, should I recite the whole lot on the same day or I can split? So now you know that you can split and recite it and use it for your goodness. Okay. And for Archana purpose, for the puja purpose, you can recite it whole stretch at once. Everyday sadhana is very good because, see, when Hayagriva gives it to Agastya, he says, like, it has to be done as an archana on the Sri Chakram with the Sri Vidya mantra for it to be most powerful. Even then, if it is not possible, do it just as at least the nama, even if you're not able to do the Navavarana puja. So that's one thing is given there. And in the Palashruti, they tell when should one chant it if they are not able to do it on a regular basis. So you can chant it on Fridays. You can chant it on Tuesdays. You can chant it on Purnima days, Ashtami Tithi, and especially on your birth Tithi. On your birth Tithi. Okay, birth star, everything comes secondary. The first thing is birth Tithi, on the Tithi on which you were born. And every lunar calendar month's first day, like either it should be the Hindu calendar month first day. Is it clear to you? The first day of the month. So these are the days are most auspicious to chant Lalita Sahasranama completely. Every day, if not possible, you can choose this. But keep on contemplating on all her namas one at a time. Then I tell you, you can master Lalita Sahasranama in few days. And there is something which is called as Likita Japam. So that is also mentioned in the Palashruti by Hayagriva. So what is the Likita Japam? You write the namas. So you start on any auspicious day or on a Purnima. Have a beautiful notebook with you. Start writing 10 namas per day. 100 days, you will complete 1000 namas. Just 3 months, 3 months and 10 days or whatever. So 10 namas per day you write, if you know the Sanskrit letters, then write it in Sanskrit. If not, also no problem, whichever language you can learn it from, you write in that particular language. It's called as the Likita Japam. So you write it, and that you can submit to Lalita Ma, and you can have the notebook. So you can write so many times in your lifetime. See, these are the ways in which we can make Lalita Sahasranama yours. Right? So be blessed by Lalita Ma. She is beautiful. She is waiting at your door to get into you, to show you to yourself. And finally, the question whether I can eat non-vegetarian food or not. Nowhere it is mentioned that you should not eat non-vegetarian food. Okay? If your mind is craving for that, go ahead, let the energy of Devi purify you. So you don't have to purify yourself and then approach the divine, which is not possible. The divine energy has to purify you. So what I tell you is, remove all these blocks from your mind, start reciting, start seeking for Devi, invite her in your life. Things will be put in place. Right? Because in Devi worship, there's nothing you say this is wrong and it should not, it is banned. Only thing is that the digestive capacity and the tamasic nature of the food will not allow you to progress in the sattvic way to a certain extent. So let's allow the cleansing happen slowly. So let you not wait that I have to stop everything and then only I have to start. No. Start your sadhana and just see. If she wants you to continue, you will continue. Otherwise, you will stop. All that happens. So just leave it and don't have any guilt. Like another thing, so that is most important. Don't have the guilt that I am doing this. I am eating non-vegetarian food and therefore I cannot go near Devi. And another question also, like, I don't know from where it popped up, right? That is only people who are Sumangali. The word Sumangali is always auspicious. If Devi is dwelling in you, you are always auspicious. It has nothing to do with your life partner and whether he is alive or dead. So I advise you, don't have that Vedam also. Devi is everywhere. Devi is everything. And she is everything. She is Jagat Janani. She is the Divine Mother. And whether you eat non-vegetarian food or do not eat non-vegetarian food, you are her child. Because she is the mother. You understand? Therefore, remove all these blocks from your mind. Jump into the path. As I told you, you have to learn swimming only by jumping into the water. Jump. She will be there to guide you. She will take in charge of you. Srimatre Namaha.